Bon Secour National Wildlife Refuge is fairly small, but it's really important. This is one of the last remaining dune ecosystems in Alabama, and one of the few places that you can go from the primary dunes along the Gulf of Mexico to a maritime forest in the uplands.
So you see this beautiful integrated ecosystem that you don't really get to see anywhere else. Every habitat here on this peninsula has a unique personality, and every time you go out in it, you learn something new, you see something new.
This is one of the most important stopover sites for migratory birds. The refuge plays a critical role also for endangered species like the Alabama beach mouse, nesting sea turtles, and wintering piping plovers. We have a large number of visitors that come here and hike our trails, visit our beaches, and also volunteer on the refuge.
In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill killed 11 people and caused widespread ecological harm to the Gulf of Mexico.
We had impacts to our beaches, to our wildlife, to our marshes.
Oil slicks covered more than 43,000 square miles of the Gulf surface. That's an area about the size of the state of Virginia. More than 1,300 miles of shoreline were oiled, and thousands of birds, sea turtles, and marine mammals were killed. Authorities had to close beaches in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Alabama's coast was heavily oiled.
It's great that now we're at a time where we're doing restoration. We're able to restore the environment back to the way it was.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is partnering with the state of Alabama, other federal agencies, non-government organizations, and many others to restore the wildlife habitat on state lands, on Bon Secour National Wildlife Refuge, and other areas. With funds from the Deepwater Horizon settlement, we are working with the National Resource Damage Assessment Trustees, the Restore Council, and the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation to restore the Gulf of Mexico.
And so we've developed many projects that either help compensate for lost recreational use of the refuge or damaged wildlife habitat.
With settlement funds from the Gulf Environmental Benefit Fund, the support of the state, and the help of the Conservation Fund, we have added the Navy Cove parcel to the refuge to address injury of wildlife habitat.
When you get out there, you feel like you're in a whole different world.
The marshes in Little Point Clear are important nursery habitat for fish and crabs and other marine life, but also for birds and mammals, and so it's a critical area to protect.
With Natural Resource Damage Assessment Settlement funds, we are repairing injury to wildlife habitat with dune and wetland restoration projects. And we are restoring lost recreation with the restored Jeff Friend Trail.
This is a trail that we repaired and enhanced following the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. And the whole purpose of this project is to provide a recreational opportunity for the public that's enhanced and that will increase the number of visitors that come to the refuge.
And it goes through a maritime forest with these old live oak trees that are hung with Spanish moss. You get to see these upland habitats. You also go by this freshwater lagoon. With the Jeff Friend Trail being a representation of the entirety of Bon Secour National Wildlife Refuge, it allows everyone to kind of experience each of those habitats as they're visiting this area.
It's also just a snapshot of what the Gulf Coast was like hundreds and thousands of years ago. There's almost none left of it, so it's great to be able to take my kids and their kids to a place where they can actually see what the Gulf Coast used to look like.
This is it, so let's preserve what we have, take care of it, really leave it for the next generation.